Hi everyone, welcome back to Daily Endeavours for 27th of August. It's Wednesday. I'm Jackson. As always, timecodes are in the description. If you just want to skip ahead to one of the specific options, yeah, you know how it is. This debt is okay. There's 4 really good options. I don't like towns. On a day like this, these options here are all really easy. Capturing towns is quick, but it's very volatile. It can be sometimes very painful getting to the actual towns. And if you get killed while you're there, because it's a player versus player environment, you have to respawn somewhere else, and yeah, sometimes it can be a real pain getting back there, because yeah, sometimes it can take like 10 to 15 minutes just getting there. Whereas these options here, basically, the location doesn't change, maybe slightly for this one, but like all these options here are really easy and just really reliable. So I just suggest these. So my personal choice would be start with containers, do your cloth reducing plants, and then do your structure furnishings. You'll need 100 gold to get a structure furnishing. The house can be done for free, but yeah, very, very light investment. And as soon as you've got one structure furnishing, that's it. And if you've got a big house, you probably already got one lying around somewhere, and you can also check that. I'll show you how to do that when we get to it. So firstly, I'm going to start with containers. This one's very easy. There's 2 ways I suggest you do this. One is to basically go into any house in the game that has like furniture or like bags that can be looted and stuff like that. Now my preferred place is in Cragmorn. This is Belkarth. The quickest way to get here if you haven't been to Cragmorn, if you've been here before, this way shine already unlocks. So yeah, you could just be out, you could just use that. But if not, what you want to do is go to Home Tours, Browse Homes, look at Eleanor Private Arena down here, and travel to one of these. It doesn't matter which one, just as long... Oh no, is it freaking out again? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, just any of these houses. It's free as long as you travel to one that a player owns. You can't actually go to the preview. So yeah, just go there, go out the front of the house, and you rock up in Cragmorn, just outside, and you just go a little bit west, and you'll get here. It's also really good because getting access to Belkarth, and then you want to go up to Spellscar for Frost Atronachs if you want to do that endeavor. It's also really good here. And also, this is the place I go to loot my cloth plants whenever I do that endeavor. So there's just a lot of good stuff here that you want in Cragmorn. But the reason I like to come here is because of this building right here, Gem and Flask. So if you come here and go upstairs, yeah, basically this where this person is, got the same idea. This spot here has a ton of stuff. And if you loot this, it actually counts as containers. So loot all this stuff here, and you've got shit tons of stuff. You've got these here; they all count as containers. You got taking the rabbit. There's these green baskets here, the millet sacks, the barrels, the crates here. These all count as containers, so you can grab them. And if that's not enough, you've got the cupboard up there. If you come outside, there is also some barrels here, some crates as well. Now, I'm pretty sure you can take from here, and as long as you don't like hang right on the edge, like usually NPCs don't see. If you come down here, there's also a bunch of crates here that you can loot, crates and barrels. Now, I think you can get a bounty if people see, just make sure you go stealth here just in case. Yeah, usually it's fine. So once you've done that, if you want to sell this stuff or launder it, the Outlaws Refuge is literally right around the corner. So you can just come down here to sell your stuff. So once you get inside, just go downstairs, down here. The fence is right here, so you can sell your stuff to them if you want. So just sell the stuff because I don't need it. And if you launder the stuff, if you decide that you want to sell it again, you can go to the merchant here and just sell it that way. The cost of laundering as opposed to selling it is exactly the same, so you won't lose any gold by doing that. Just keep that in mind. The other method, if you're at least level 10, is to go to Imperial City, into the campaign. Wait for it to give you an accept to go in. Just do that. Press the button. Once you're inside, you just turn, look for the, there's like some of these here, these like weapon racks. They have weapons on them. Just take the weapons, they all count as containers. So yeah, you've got tons of stuff here, tons of stuff here. And if that's not enough, there's always extra rooms, and they have extra stuff in them. So there's a weapon rack there. If you come in here, there's a merchant room, and this also has tons of stuff. So you can see you've got a weapon rack there. You got some tomato and corn baskets there if you want to grab that, because they count as containers too. So yeah, tons of stuff here. The layout will be a little bit different depending on your alliance. there's 3 different types. You've got the Ebonheart Pact one up here, the Dominion one over here, and yeah, the Daggerfall one here. But the idea is the same. They'll always have like a bunch of weapon racks in the initial room when you get in, and there will usually be enough for 10 items there. If not, just go around and you'll easily find 10 items through this place. And when you want to leave, just look for this tunnel. There'll be a door at the end. We'll say exit, just go through that way. And that will take you back to wherever you came in from. Alright, now let's discuss cloth reducing plants. So, it's important to understand what spawns, right? Because there's 10 different cloth reducing plants, and they spawn depending on your like 2 stats of your character. So firstly, this passive here in clothing called tailoring. Mouse over this, and whatever the first thing is, Ancestor Silk in this case, that's one of the spawn rates here. So it's a 50-50 split between that and your level. So in this case I'm max level, so I also get Ancestor Silk from that. Now if you look at this, I'll link this in the description if you want to take a gander. There are 10 resources here. So say you've got a character that's level 30 with with tailoring 1 out of 10. You'll get jute from the tailoring passive, and you'll also get cotton because you're level 30. So that's between this level here. So if you scroll over this, wait, what? Oh, interesting. Okay, well yeah, so in this case, just go over to cotton, for example, and you can have a look, and that's what the node looks like. Now, some of these can be quite painful to look for. That's why I suggest, if you can, get a max level character, because at least you'll have some Ancestor Silk. This stuff just spawn, like, it's, what's the word? Spits out like a sore thumb, like you can see it from a mile away. Whereas some of these other ones, like Ebon Thread, can be kind of hard to find this in the environment with just all the grass. Yeah, so just scroll over, make sure you know what to look for, just so you at least have a little bit of an idea. Also, Kenai Cloth, get this, if you can, if you've got skill points. This will make cloth-reducing plants glow when you get close to them, so that will mean might also be easier to spot them there. The other thing I would highly suggest that you do is go to Settings, I think it's Video, yeah, Grass, turn this off. I know it looks kind of shit, but if you turn grass off, it'll be much easier to spot other cloth-reducing plants in the environment. Because look at this, like the plant nodes are still like the same quality as they were before, the same texture. So removing a lot of just the foliage can make it easier to spot, especially for shit like flax and cotton, usually because it's so hard to spot in like big shrubbery. I guess viewing distance also might be helpful to turn off. So, video again. Yeah, view distance, just turn it off. And yeah, that might make it easier too. I don't know if that affects nodes, so it might. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll see how much view distance actually affects it. Yeah, it does. Okay, hold on. Huh. The view distance appears to not affect cloth plants at all. Yeah, that can kind of help too. Yeah, I know it makes the game look like shit, but yeah, if you really want to make sure you can find some cloth plants quick, it might help to do that too. One last thing with surveys, if you do Clothier Writs, and you've maybe got some surveys in your inventory, these can be really good too, because basically you go to a location in that zone, there'll be 6 nodes, there'll be 4 cloth-reducing plants, but there'll also be furrier traps, and they count as cloth-reducing plants for the sake of the endeavor. So one survey can get this done immediately, because yeah, 6 nodes. The only thing I usually warn people with is, sometimes you get survey endeavors. Like, for example, in the Golden Pursuit, one of the options is a survey report. So sometimes I do suggest like holding on to a few, like at any given time, just to make sure you're all set for those endeavors whenever they come up. But if you've got like 10, fucking go nuts. Use them up. It's really good. But yeah, just be careful of that. Also, some champion points to help you. Master Gatherer reduces the amount of time it takes your character to actually do the harvesting animation, which can be really good. Plentiful Harvest, I don't have it here, but this is great, especially for surveys, because surveys are much more valuable, and you want to get the most yield out of those that you can. So yeah, good in all cases though if you've got the champion points for it. Gifted Rider too, I suppose this is good because it increases your speed on mount. Usually you'll be traveling on mount between cloth plants, so that can be helpful. Steve's Blessing as well for the movement speed. Celerity and Hasty for the movement speed too can be really helpful. Alright, now let's work on structure furnishings. So firstly, free house. You need one. Falan de Marie gives you a house for free. So if you talk to this NPC, just keep pressing the talk button. Eventually you'll see this, and one of the free houses will be here if you haven't got them yet. So you can find her in Rosy Line. This one's pretty good. Daggerfall Wayshrine. Start with this by default. This is in Glenumbra, just on the southwest side. Quickest way to get her though is to go to Oridon, Vocal Guard. She's in here, which is right next to the Wayshrine. The only issue is if you don't have a structure furnishing, you can actually get one in Rosy Lion. That's why I like this spot. So if you talk to Rozika here, she sells you wood cutting blocks. These actually count as structure furnishings. I'd advise this one here just because it's quite small and easy to put into a small apartment. Just remember though, the free ones are like quite small. But I'll just show you just in case how to check if you already have a structure furnishing in your house. So just to cover all the bases here, how to access your house, you go to the map, houses tab. In collected, every house that you own will show up here. So in this case, I'm just going to go to one that I already have a bunch of structure furnishings set up. I should also point out, this is kind of why I like to do this one last, because as soon as you loot your plants, you can just travel straight to your house as soon as you're done, as long as you've got the structure furnishing ready to go. And yeah, same thing with the containers. Whichever one you do second, yeah, just do this straight after. Or Frost Atronachs if you're going to do that one instead. Okay, and I guess I should also say, if you want a method to get 100 gold easily for that structure furnishing, if you're super broke, just give me a comment. I'll explain that method, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. Alright, so firstly, to find a structure furnishing, I've got a bunch here. It's just some weird contraption that I built ages ago. So go to your housing menu here. So it'll show up at the bottom right. You'll see it says F5 there. So whatever that key is, just hit that. At the bottom middle, it'll say browse. You hit that too. Now retrieve this tab here. If you go down to the bottom, you can see there's structure furnishings all over the shop in this house. So click one of these, put it away, and now we go back to the housing editor, and at the bottom left, you'll see it says undo. You hit that key, and if you look in the bottom left there, it also says that the endeavor is progressing. So the way this endeavor works is an item has to be in your inventory and placed on the ground. The quickest way to do that is either to just place your item on the floor from your inventory, or when you've got it in your house, just pick it up and put it away. And if you undo it, because it's already in your inventory, it saves you time going into your inventory like over and over just to place it, going through menus. Instead, you just press two buttons, because yeah, now it says redo, so I can just press that instead. So yeah, just keep spamming those two keys as soon as you place it on the floor, and that will get the endeavor done really easily. Anytime you want to do this endeavor now that you've got the item on the floor, just go pick up the item, put it away, undo, redo, undo, and that's it. You're all good. Okay, last option. Frost Atronachs. So this is one here. You can find them in... There's only really two places I suggest you look for these, because most other places, yes, you can find like one or two, but either it takes you ages to get through it, or it's pay-gated content that's like quite difficult to do on your own. And yeah, doing things on your own is much better, I think. So, Spellscar. This is personally, I think, the best location for finding Frost Atronachs, because there are about 10 to 12 in this little area. Yeah, just this side. This is Storm Atronachs, this is Flame Atronachs, so don't bother with those. Just here. So yeah, my advice is just run through here, or maybe stay, like what I like to usually do. Oh yeah, there's a cloth plant there, so you can look for that stuff too while you're doing this, because there are a lot of cloth plants that actually spawn around here. So yeah, maybe keep that in mind too. But there are a bunch of Frost Atronachs that spawn in, like, there's like a group of enemies that spawn one each in this little area here. Now, I like Spellscar most over the other like decent option because sorry, do I keep saying Storm Atronachs? Frost Atronachs. They're much tankier than the ones in Reaper's March, which is the other one. That's a good thing because usually when players see these things, they'll gang up on it like a bloody wolf pack. Like it's pretty crazy. So you want these things to survive as long as possible, because that way you've got a chance to actually hit them before they die. Because yeah, they will die fast, especially if it's peak hour where everybody's on at the same time. Now you don't have to kill it, and I advise, if you can, don't absolutely obliterate the thing as soon as it spawns. Just kill them slowly, so that other people get the opportunity to get the kill. Because you don't have to kill it yourself, you just have to have done like basically any damage. I think it's 3% of their total health. As long as you do that, it counts. Alright, so location number 2 is Willow Grove in Reaper's March. There are a few here. Like, you can see one over here. The issue is they die fucking quick. Especially if like people with fucking really powerful meta builds come over here and kill them. That's why I suggest the area in Reaper's March. You might struggle to even fucking hit these things, let alone tag them. So yeah, this is Willow Grove over here. So Spellscar, I did talk about this with the containers one, but it's the same thing. Basically, these Eleanor Proud Arena through home tours, it's over here, or you can also use Hackfield's High Hall. Either of these is pretty close. Travel to them, go out the front door through home tours, and then yeah, just make your way over to here or to this way shrine, or over here. Just go up this way to this way shrine, and then you've got easy access to Spellscar. Same thing with Reaper's March. I think Serenity Falls Estate's probably the closest one. Though that being said, there's also... Isn't Sleep Creek here? Or something like that. Yeah, just... I think Serenity Falls is the quickest. Just a few minutes using that one. And yeah, get this way, Sean. Now you've got easy access to Willow Grove. And yeah, same thing. You're looking around for the Ice Atronachs. And again, try to leave them alive if you can. Because yeah, they... It's rough. They die super quick around here, so giving people a chance to kill them is good. Okay. Alright, that concludes dailies today. So if you've got any insights or any more questions for me, just chuck something in the comments. I'll help you out, so long as I'm conscious, not sleeping or something. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time. Take care for now.